think we're in the bad place.
Jason figured it out?
Hello, welcome to my super secret channel, Mind for Story. Today I want to talk about seniority in Chapter 16 in The Good Place. When I talk about seniority here, I'm referring to a sort of hierarchy or chain of command that, mostly I'm seeing it amongst the demons, because Michael has seniority over all the demon actors in this neighborhood, but Sean has seniority over him. In time, we see Vicky sort of claim an unofficial seniority over pretty much all the rest of the fellow demon actors, and she sort of becomes their organizer and liaison, I guess I would call her, between all of them and Michael. So first question, why would someone want to have seniority?
They're going to hang my picture in the Bad Place Hall of Fame right next to the guy who invented bees with teeth.
And we hear from Michael. Michael wants the fame. He wants to be in the Hall of Fame with the people whose work he admires.
Sean still thinks I'm on version 2.
Michael is lying to Sean, who is his superior. And we're also seeing sort of the stress of being in a position of seniority. The workers are yelling their displeasure, like as a group, en masse. And the way the stress is personally impacting Michael's well-being, he's drinking on the job, he's bothered by his weight gain that came about because he's stress eating. Generally, he's not handling the pressure of the situation well at this point, and he isn't taking good care of his physical form, is what I'm hearing here.
We are on strike until our demands are met.
At this point, it's made clear Vicky has decided to make a power grab, and she's gathered the approval of the other demons by telling them that she's going to blackmail Michael into doing the things they want to do. They show Michael they are no longer following him through their absence of the meeting he's called, and Vicky is the only person present when he arrives.
You do know, Vicky, that if I were to do some of these,
It would be a dead giveaway.
And I can help you explain that to them. But some of these are doable.
And you're gonna do them.
Now, Vicky, in the way she sort of handles this moment, it's sort of a powerful position that she makes for herself. Because she does understand Michael's statement about some of the ideas being a giveaway that, these humans are in the bad place. But she's also standing firm on the more doable demands that she has placed before him from the other demons. And by how she's handling this, she is sort of simultaneously gaining further loyalty from the demons who have sort of given her this leadership role over them, as well as showing that she can do what Michael does because she understands the assignment as well as he does. Or at least she believes she understands it as well as he does.
I don't think you can pull it off.
Now Michael is trying to maintain his position of seniority over Vicky by saying if they follow his plan, then she'll be able to do whatever job she wants afterwards. But Vicky is expressing she no longer believes in Michael, even if she still believes in this project.
This is insubordination. And if you do not do what I tell you immediately, you are going down.
So generally, no one needs to be told they're being insubordinate. And if you have to try and throw your weight around or raise your voice or stand up to show your full height to feel in control, then you're not in control and you're giving it away. Vicky wanted Michael to get to this point, where he pushed back directly so she could put her own cards on the table. She is threatening to go up the chain of command and report Michael's mistakes to Sean. As long as you have someone you have to answer to, you are always in a position to lose your authority. Now, Vicky likely gained her own seniority within the group of co-workers, the other demons, by taking all these notes and taking down their ideas and generally appealing to the crowd and letting them be heard and telling them how she would solve their problems. Michael spent so much time being self-centered, honestly, in how he was performing this job, that he alienated all of them. And it really left him vulnerable to this exact moment. And Vicky was there waiting for her time. So that's overall how I'm seeing seniority amongst the demons there in the bad place. Now, on the human side.
But we can't learn from our mistakes because our memories keep getting erased. It's an epistemological nightmare.
So what is Chidi really referring to when he refers to not being able to learn from their mistakes? I mean, is he referring to not being able to figure out how to escape, how to outwit Michael, or is this actually just about becoming better people? They can't learn from their mistakes to become better people. And I think for Chidi, the concerns are all the same concern. Because, so the way into the good place is to be good during your life on Earth, but they are already dead. People in bad positions do less than ideal things all the time just to survive or to try to improve their situation. But Chidi, that to him, that registers as getting further and further away from the good place. I think he means both learning from their mistakes as people, becoming better people, because he sees being better people as integral to how they escape, which maybe everyone else just automatically understood, but I actually spent a lot of time going back and forth in my head about exactly what he meant.
But his real name is Jason, and he's a dirtbag from Florida.
What?
So Eleanor is explaining that Jianyu is actually Jason, and this description that she uses to explain him immediately brings to mind a lot of sort of pop cultural references, like the song "I'm Just a Teenage Dirtbag," or many action movies where the bad guys get called a dirtbag, or honestly, I'm really remembering Florida Man as presented in the news over and over again. But I'm also thinking how much I would hate to be summarized in this sort of way by someone. Because this is pretty mean of Eleanor to say of someone who's close enough that he confided in her by this point. But I think while I'm reflecting on this, in my case, I'm going to try and focus on not speaking to others when I'm feeling negatively. I'm aware that in this moment, Eleanor and Chidi are, they're freaked out. They just have realized again that they're in the bad place, and Chidi is being offensive to her on the train. So it makes me consider what the seniority would be among these four humans. And I think Chidi would consider himself to be at the top. And I think Eleanor would actually agree with that. And I think she would agree with that because she sort of elected him for that spot. But I think all of them would agree that Jason is at the bottom. And the person who is most obsessed with the status amongst the humans is Tani.
Why are you wearing a sash that says best person on it?
Apparently, I am the #1 points getter in the entire neighborhood.
The implied hierarchy of the best person sash really goes to Hani every single time they do it. And it leads to her leaning really heavily on the, I would say, informal means that she can use to assert her own superiority.
I always have to have my sashes custom made due to my height and bosom size.
Whenever she can.
As Jason put it, I need a new dance crew. So, what do you say? New best friends?
I'm imagining being Jason in this moment. I'm pleased that Michael used my dance crew reference. It makes me happy. I feel good about myself because it means I did help Michael. I like to take him up on his offer of friendship. Michael is nicer to me than Eleanor. I don't know, I'm feeling very defensive on Jason's behalf in this chapter, if you couldn't tell. The talk about dance, I know Jason is the dancer in this group, and he actually organized a very large dance crew when he was actually the leader of that. And he was also a DJ, which, when I think about it, I think it has a lot to do with him wanting to share the things that brought him joy, music and dancing. And I feel like Jason understands that community is necessary to accomplish goals, and that the rest of this group don't give him credit for being the one to get Michael to take that turn and see teaming up as an option, teaming up with them as an option. Anyways, my wish for anyone who gets discounted in the way that Jason does all the time in this show is that you know that you add value, regardless of what anyone else is saying. All right, my takeaways about seniority. I feel like having seniority is hardly worth the pain and stress. However, Vicky cultivates seniority amongst her coworkers, and this lays a foundation where seniority feels earned, and not just from her side, but from those she is now in a leadership position over as well. And she did this by listening to them, paying attention to them, taking diligent notes for them, by focusing on what these people want and providing solutions to their problems. She gets that position over Michael through blackmail, but other than that, I've never seen anyone more deserving to be in a position of power. From where I'm standing, she did it all in the right way. That's how I see it. So seniority is best used to serve those you have authority over. Michael only cared about himself and his desire to be in the Hall of Fame, and this led to his eventual downfall. All right, so I don't know, you tell me what points I missed about seniority or standing up for Vicky and Jason. You tell me what you think, and thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day.
With a determination we have never shown before, and slashed all their tires.